Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. How's it going? So it's been a while. It has been a while since I've been on. As most of you guys know that talk to me regular on social media, I'm sure you're aware. The reason I've not been on for a while is because I have been busy with work commitments, but also working on the new Fandom YouTube studio. Which is coming together really nicely. I'm so excited to get started in the new studio, guys. It's all decorated. It's all up and running, and we're just dealing with the technology side of things now, which I'm having a lot of help with that from a close friend of mine and family. Big shout out to my cousin Lee Cass. Big shout out to Rebecca, my partner, and also big shout out to Carl Clements, my one of my very close pals. All been mucking in to help me get the new Fandom YouTube studio up and running. And I'm hoping, guys, I'm really fingers crossed it's going to be ready for deadline day. That's what I'm working towards. I'm not sure if it will be. Can't make no promises, but it definitely will be. Hopefully, up and running in the next couple of weeks. So when it is, it's going to be a lot more intensity of football fandom. So you'll be seeing a lot more of me. And like I say, as you can see, guys, we've got new equipment. Obviously, this is only the second time I've been on the channel with the microphone, the new microphone equipment. But yeah, like I say, just wanting to mention to you guys why, if you wasn't aware, why I've not been on the channel as much. It's just simply because I've been busy working on the new Fandom YouTube studio, and I am so excited to get started in the studio because it's going to be a lot better, guys. It's going to be a lot better. It'll mean I can get on a lot more. It mean I can get on a lot easier because the setup that we use now has been brilliant. It's helped get the channel started. Don't get me wrong, but obviously, as you can see, the wall behind me stays blank because this is actually a room that I use in the house that has another function. So obviously, I don't want to be putting football stuff all over the wall that is has another purpose. But in the new Fandom studio, we're going to have football surroundings and everything. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited to get it up and running. So yeah, there you go, guys. If that's like I say, hopefully that gives you a clearer picture why I've not been on the channel much. If you can, guys, please do hit that like button and let me know in the comments what you think of the sound. Because like I said, this is only the second time I've used the microphone. It seems to be coming through on my earphones very loud and clear. So obviously, I would love to know what you guys think if you're hearing me clear through the microphone. Because, like I say, the whole point of investing in this equipment is to make shows better, and obviously, so you guys can enjoy a better football experience when we're on the show talking football. So yeah, we are supposed to have a guest fan on with me today, guys. I'm not sure where he's at. I've sent him several messages, so hopefully he will turn up. But at the minute, I'm not hearing nothing from him right this second. But we will crack on without him. Like I said, I'm just checking my messages now, guys, just to see if he's replied. If you're commenting in the chat, guys, I will come to your comments in a minute. I just want to see if we have had any reply to our guest fan that is supposed to be joining us. I don't know. Like I say, it's whether he sticks to it. Hopefully he will, but no reply as of yet. It was arranged for 6 o'clock, so obviously I can't make people come on. I can only make the arrangements, and it's up to them then, obviously, to keep their word and come on the channel. But hopefully he will join us because he's been mithering me for a couple of weeks now that he wants to come on the channel and have his say. So let's hope he joins us. So guys, big shout out to all of you that have joined us. Let's have a look who's in the chat. Really appreciate you coming getting involved. Like I said, my apologies for not being on as much over the last couple of months. Like I said, just been really busy working on the new Fandom studio, so that's why I've not been on as much. And I can't wait. I'm so excited to get in there and get going because it's going to be a lot easier for me to get on YouTube a lot more regular. But massive shout out to all you guys that have been messaging me on social media with really positive messages and letting me know that you're still very much interested in the project and very supportive. It definitely helps. It helps me keep motivated and keeps me pushing on, especially when I've got weeks where I just don't have the time to do it. So getting positive messages off you guys, it really does help and encourage me. So like I said, guys, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Obviously, not too many people in just at the minute, but that's understandable because we've still got football games going on. And like I said, this stream was set up today, guys, more in mind because obviously, like I say, it's supposed to have a guest fan coming on to talk about Manchester United. But we'll get stuck into that even if he doesn't show up. So big shout out to Stephen Allen, another big helper of the channel. Always in the background helping out. So thank you very much, Stevie. Really appreciate all you do in the background. If it wasn't for you, I couldn't do the streams that I do. And obviously, you're going to be a massive help to me over the next couple of months as I step up the intensity of football fandom. I'm really looking forward to this season with all the new stuff that I've got coming. All the new equipment that I've invested in, and like I say, a lot of people, family, and close friends that have been really mucking in the background, helping me out to get everything sorted. So yeah, massive thanks, Stevie. Appreciate all you do in the background, really do, and I'm sure all the fans appreciate it as well. Yeah, Stephen Allen's telling me sounds good. Sam Thornton, how's it going, mate? Thank you very much for popping in. Really appreciated. Great to have you involved, and thanks, Sam. Sam telling me the sound's coming through good. That's good because I think the last time I used it, like I said, this is only the second time I've used the microphone, and I think the last time I used it, I think I had it facing the wrong way because you guys, some of you guys were telling me I was coming through like broken up with the sound. So I've positioned it so it's right in front of my face so that you can, hopefully it's going to be a lot better. So yeah, guys, keep your comments coming because I really do want to hear what you guys have got to say in the chat, especially since I've not been on the channel for a while. So obviously, I'm going to kickstart obviously talking about United, and hopefully our guest fan will join us. Let's give him a little bit of time to see if he might just be delayed. Hopefully, he doesn't let us down, but time will tell. But yeah, guys, I'm going to kickstart the show talking about United, but I want to hear from you guys because I have not been on the channel for a while. I've been missing a lot of football because obviously I've been busy doing all the work in the studio, covered in paint, and you can imagine, I'm sure, that have been covered in all sorts of filler and paint and all sorts, getting it done every opportunity. So I've been missing a lot of football because normally when I come home from work, I'll jump on and watch football and do live stream stuff like that. But I've had to pause all that while I've got the studio ready. So I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear how your team's doing. Let me know your thoughts on the start of the season. And like I say, we're going to be stepping up the intensity of live streams and all general fandom stuff over this season. Especially as soon as the studio's ready, you will see I'm going to be on a lot more. So if you guys can help bring me up to scratch a bit more with what's going on with your club, help obviously keep me informed. Because obviously, as most of you guys know that get involved in the channel, I very much do study a lot of football, but some weeks it's hard to keep up with every club and what's going on. So I do obviously appreciate you guys letting me know what's going on at your particular club. That helps me keep up to date more because obviously, like I said, there's 90 odd league clubs in England, and there's another, I think, 60 odd clubs in Scotland. So obviously, there's a lot of clubs to keep up with. And as I'm sure you guys are well aware, there is a lot of football that goes on and a lot can happen in a week of football. So, yeah, I would love to hear what you guys have got to say about anything football, specifically to do with your club. Sam, obviously, I'm trying to remember, Sam, obviously, if you're still in the chat, mate, I'm trying to remember what club you supported, if I remember rightly. I can't. I'm sure. Is it Yorkshire club you support? I can't remember. Sam, you'll have to let me know in the comments, mate. I've forgotten. It's been a while since I spoke to you. My apologies, mate. But yeah, let me know what club you support, Sam, if you're there. And I'd love to hear what's going on and what your thoughts are on the start of the season. So, guys, let's get started. Obviously, I'm not sure what's happened to our guest fan. It appears he's running late or maybe not going to turn up. We'll see. But yeah, let's get into it, guys. So as you can see, the title is called Tin HAG Ten Hag versus Ronaldo. There is a reason that I've called it that. I'm sure you guys are thinking that things have calmed down with United recently because they've got 2 wins under the belt. But let's just do a little bit of an analysis over that and why I've called this video Ten Hag vs Ronaldo. As we've seen, guys, since Sir Alex Ferguson left Manchester United, since he left the club, we've seen a number of managers come in with how can we put it with confidence and maybe a little bit overconfidence and kind of come into the dressing room a little bit heavy-handed. Laying down the law, and it has backfired on them 6, 7, 8 months later down the line. Once the managers had a run of games and the players have got to know the manager, we've seen that when a manager can come in to the club with his overconfidence and trying to lay down the law a bit too much, shall we say, that can impact obviously the balance in the dressing room simply because Manchester United, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are well aware, have got a number of players in the dressing room that have got big egos, attitudes, whatever you want to call it. And that has created some of the problems that Manchester United have faced this season and last season and the season previously and so on since Alex Ferguson left. So for me, guys, I want to point out why I think that Ten Hag is setting himself up. Now, if Ronaldo leaves the club in this transfer window, then it might not be a problem. That's it. That's it. I knew it was a Yorkshire club. My apologies, Sam. I knew. You was a fan of a Yorkshire club. I just couldn't remember which one, mate. My apologies. Just because I speak to so many fans every day on social media, and obviously, if I speak to you regular, I start to get to know, and it sticks in my head. But like I said, I haven't spoke to you for a while, Sam. But really appreciate that. So yeah, Barnsley. Yeah, Barnsley. Oh, hang on. Barnsley have had a pretty awesome start to the season. To be fair, I think you guys have. And made a positive impact at least. Anyway, I've still got, like I say, I've still got to get me bearings with all the football and what's been going on because I've been so busy working and getting the studio room set up that I have just been missing so much football. So I'm really looking forward to that being finished so I can get a better, clearer picture of the whole football family and what's been going on. But yeah, was that today's result? Barnsley with a good win 2-2. Sorry, with a good 2-2 draw with Ipswich. Right. So obviously, Sam, yeah, that's a positive result because Ipswich obviously a pretty respectful club to be fair, in respect of what they can bring on the pitch. They always seem to have a very competitive team. So I would say that was a pretty good win. And I think if I remember rightly. I think Bolton lost. My club, Bolton, lost. I think we lost to them on the first game of the season. I think, if I remember rightly. But like I said, my memory's not great at the minute with the football because I've not been absorbing enough of it. But anyway, guys, let's, like I say, I want to hear from you, Sam, about Barnsley. Let me know how you feel the start of the season's gone. I don't really want to judge it too much because obviously I'm not up to scratch with. Every club at the minute, but I will get back up to scratch with what's been going on very soon. But yeah, obviously, I always appreciate you guys, the fans of each club, let me know your thoughts because it's you guys that live and breathe your club. So anything that you guys say about your club, I think should be always taken very seriously and with respect. So yeah, but like I said, guys, let's quickly have a quick run over of the Ronaldo Ten Hag situation. So if Ronaldo leaves, as I said, I feel that Ten Hag may be fine if Ronaldo does leave this transfer window. But if he doesn't leave and he stays at the club, then I think Ten Hag is setting himself up for an absolute humdinger of problems in the dressing room because, as we know, guys. Players in any dressing room, not just the Manchester United dressing room, if they feel that that the manager is kind of being a bit off with them, or shall we say, a bit I'm trying to think of the right words, but like I don't know when you know what I mean, guys. But some managers come in and they feel the way into a club. If you get my meaning, and they take it one game at a time. I don't want to make too many comparisons, but I think we saw a little bit of it with Klopp when he first came in. He felt his way into the team. He took the pressure off the players when he was talking to the press, saying that it's going to take him a while. Whereas Ten Hag seems to have come in to Manchester United. And in fairness to him, the pressure has pretty much been on his shoulders, literally from the second the first whistle went at the start of the season. So obviously, we all know it's a big job, the Manchester United job. We're all well aware of that. But I want to hear from you guys. Do you agree that this dilemma that Ten Hag seems to have got himself in with Ronaldo, where it seems to be a bit of I don't know, a bit of egos, if you like, who fighting for control of the dressing room, if you like, or having an impact on the dressing room. Now we all want the manager to have full control of any dressing room in any club, but when you've got a dressing room full of top talent like the likes of Ronaldo, and we all know he's got an ego and an attitude problem when he suits him. I think that can cause a manager a lot of problems. And the fact that Tim Hag has been responding to the press with regards to Ronaldo, and he's also put him on the bench twice. He's been very public saying that he doesn't like Ronaldo's attitude. I think that these are all blocks, shall we say, blocks building the wall that is going to create Ten Hag a problem if Ronaldo stays, because we all know what a powerful player Ronaldo is, and it's going to create this power problem in the dressing room. It's going to create this problem where you have, excuse me, where you have egos in the dressing room, and if they feel that the manager is being unfair to particular players, it could cause a divide in the dressing room, and we've seen it. We've seen it with previous managers, guys. Now, one of the great things I'm glad to see at United this season is that they've got rid of Paul Pogba. I think that was the best thing that they could have done for the start of this season, because Paul Pogba was a massive problem in that dressing room. I know a lot of United fans really liked him. I know a lot of United fans didn't want to hear that he was causing problems in the dressing room, but for me, it was clearly obvious that Pogba was creating a divide in the dressing room with his attitude and his childish. Basically, in my opinion, maybe it's just because I'm an older guy, I don't know, but to me, some of his antics were just childish behaviour, just absolutely childish. Every summer he was coming out making claims that he wanted to leave the club, stuff like that. So United getting him out this summer was massive, absolutely massive. It's a bit disappointing that they let Jesse Lingard go, because I think that lad has a lot of potential. But obviously, he was also another player that had a bit of an attitude problem as well. But like I say, I think some of the players with the attitude problems have been got out of the club this summer. But like I say, you have still got a handful of players in that dressing room. Now, one thing that I'm going to point out, and I will come to your comments in a minute, guys. I'm not ignoring your comments. I will come to it to see what you guys have got to say in a minute. One thing I want to point out with this Ronaldo situation, if Ronaldo stays at Manchester United and Ten Hag continues to rub him up the wrong way by putting him on the bench and basically, kind of outing him publicly, if you like, for his attitude, and then I think Ronaldo could create Ten Hag, could basically get Ten Hag the sack. And the reason I say that is because we have to remember that now United have got a number of them players that are in the dressing room that are from Real Madrid. They're ex-Real Madrid players that played alongside Ronaldo when he was at Real Madrid. So they have a good bond coming from playing at Real Madrid. And Ten Hag is coming from the Dutch league. And if he's not careful, he's going to create a divide within the dressing room, because a player like Ronaldo has got that power. Whether you like it or not, guys, unfortunately, there's certain players in football today that do have player power. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. I don't want it in football. I think it's damaging to football, but but it's there, and we have to acknowledge it, and we also have to deal with it if we want football to be for the fans, which I very much do. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I think Ronaldo is an absolutely immense player. Immense. He's unbelievable. And we all can. I'm sure we can all agree with that. But we also have to agree that sometimes his attitude is an absolute disgrace. It really is. Some of the behaviour that he shows is absolutely it's childish. I mean, for example, the phone incident at Everton was childish that he got himself involved in last season. Um, so for me, guys, I think if Ten Hag's not careful and Ronaldo does stay at United this summer, then I think that we're going to see this escalate into a bigger problem, and that could create a divide in within the dressing room, and we're going to just see the results for Manchester United dip and dip and dip, and we're going to have more United fans upset with the disappointing results that come United's way. So yeah, obviously that's covering the Ronaldo side of it. I'm going to come to the comments now, guys, see what you guys. But we've got plenty to talk about with regards to United. Obviously, I want to hear what you guys have got to say around stuff to do with the ownership, Glazers. Are you happy with the Ten Hag situation and the fact that he's coming to the club and he's kind of he's being very forceful with the fact that he's making it known that he intends to get full control of the dressing room. And I'm all for that, guys. I am all for that. But he's got to do it gradually. You can't go in there all guns blazing, so to speak, because he's just going to rub too many players up the wrong way. So he's got to do it gently, a bit at a time, get the players on side. And I'm quite shocked that such an experienced manager is coming into such a big club and already he's upsetting players because he's calling them out so soon. And I'm all for the managers doing that if it's absolutely needed. But surely that should be a bit further down the line when he's been in the club a few months and had time to fairly judge the players. I don't even think we've seen Mourinho be this ruthless so soon, to be fair. So, yeah, love to know what your thoughts are on the Ronaldo situation. Like I say, we've also got plenty to talk about with regards to the Glazers, because obviously that is an open wound, so to speak. So, yeah, obviously I'm sure United fans are feeling a bit more positive at the minute because the results have improved, which is fantastic, obviously, from a Manchester United point of view. But obviously, as quick as we've seen it in the seasons gone by, guys, as quick as these results have improved, they can also go back the other way. We've seen it last season. We've seen it the season before. That United can have a run of games where they play really well, start to look like they're improving, start to look like they're starting to play as a team, and then all of a sudden it just disappears, and they have a couple of bad games. And then obviously all the fans get up in arms again because they're stunned and confused to why the players have dipped off in form so dramatically. So I think we could see more of that at United this season. So I'd be interested to see if we've got any United fans in the chat and what your thoughts are. So Lionel Thompson. All right, guys, thoughts on Derby's 2-1 late comeback. To be honest, mate, I've missed most of the games today because I've been out all afternoon picking up a load of new equipment for the Fanden studio. So I've actually only had a quick glance over the results. I haven't actually watched any football today, but it's only going to be temporary, guys. Like I said, while we get the studio up and running. But it's getting there. It's getting there now. We're just on the technology side now. It's all decorated. It's all done. So I'm just in the process of sorting all the technology. So this afternoon I had to go out and get new monitors and all sorts of stuff. So yeah. But yeah, with response to your question, Lionel, I'm not sure. Am I pronouncing your name correctly, mate? Is it Lionel or Lionel? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it. Apologies if I'm not pronouncing it correctly, mate. But yeah, Derby, absolutely. I want to see you guys do well this season, mate. You guys have had such a terrible, tough last 2-3 seasons with all the financial issues at the club. It'd be really, really great if we could see Derby do well this season and put a really good run together and hopefully be up there in the promotion playoffs, at least at the bare minimum, if not automatic promotion. Because I think after last season and the season before, I think Derby fans absolutely 1000% deserve it. I think you guys definitely, for the loyalty and patience that you've shown, I think you guys deserve some more, a positive season this season. So I really do. Seriously, fingers crossed that you guys have a much more enjoyable season this season and plenty to enjoy with the football because, like I say, the last 2-3 seasons have been a lot about stuff off the field and not enough about the football on the field. Leon, let me know, mate. How's the new manager settling in? Are the fans taking to him? Is he getting his tactics right? Obviously, I'll hopefully as the season goes on, I'll hopefully start catching a few games and start to be able to judge it for myself. But I always prefer to hear what you guys have got to say about your own clubs, because you guys are the ones that watch your club week in, week out. So anything I can say is only a quick assessment, because I don't watch your club week in, week out. So I would always appreciate your input more than mine in respect to stuff like that, individual clubs. So yeah, Lionel is saying Man United are better off without Ronaldo. He should return to Sporting. Yeah, mate, I think that's a good shout. I think he's a bit reluctant to go to Sporting Lisbon at the minute, because obviously Sporting couldn't afford to pay the dramatic wages that he gets. And obviously at the minute we're all seeing how Manchester United is running. And I don't think that Manchester United will let him go on the cheap. They're going to want something for him. And I think, because I think earlier on in the summer, Ronaldo was asking, no, sorry, after they came back after the summer break, Ronaldo was asking the club, Manchester United, to let him go on a free transfer, which is absolute madness. This is coming from a player that demands the highest of wages at 37-year-old, and yet he's asking one of the biggest clubs in the world, that obviously is very motivated by money, because they've got owners that are motivated by money, to let him go on a free. I mean, come on, he's supposed to be clued up with how the football works. He's been he's been in the world of football long enough to know how it works. So I think that was quite kind of a bit of dreamland to ask Manchester United to let him go on a free, to be fair. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that, guys. But thanks for that, Lionel. I think you're right. I do agree. I think Ronaldo does need to grow. I think you're spot on, but I don't know if Sporting can afford to take him on at the minute. I think at least another year needs to go by, so his wage demands come down, and that way he can obviously. Maybe Sporting Lisbon could afford him then, so we'll have to see. But I definitely agree with you, mate, that United definitely need to consider letting him go as soon as possible. If they want balance in the dressing room, we all know what Ronaldo gives you. He's plenty of goals, but the fact of the matter is, it's the problems that you're going to encounter with Ronaldo, with his attitude when he's stuck on the bench, and understandably at 37, any manager is going to want to use him sparingly. Because we all know what he brings. He brings goals, but he hasn't got the legs to run up and down the wing anymore. He hasn't got the legs to get back and help the team defend. And obviously, a manager like Ten Hag is wanting to defend from front to back. So Ronaldo is kind of a luxury player that a new manager coming into a troubled dressing room, shall we say, he's not looking for. He's not looking for that. He wants players that are going to work hard front and back. So yeah, but that's definitely a good shout, mate. Definitely, I totally agree that United should be pushing to let Ronaldo go. Sam Thornton, the only problem is nobody wants to sign Ronaldo from United. Yeah, mate. You make an excellent point there, Sam. I think the problem is it's not that clubs don't want to sign Ronaldo; it's that they don't want to pay his crazy wages, because obviously. Like I said, I'm sure you guys have got your own opinion, but for me, I would class Ronaldo now as a luxury player. And the reason I say that is because we all know he scores the goals, but he's completely reliant on the midfield giving him good assistance. And if they don't provide good balls and good assistance to him, then you're not going to get them goals. And he's not going to come back to chase the ball to get it and run 30 yards or whatever like he used to do when he was younger. To me, I would put Ronaldo now in that luxury player bracket, which is why a lot of clubs, even though they might be interested in him, they're just not prepared to put that kind of money up for a player that gives them limited options. And what I mean by that is, if you want goals and you want to, you've got a good midfield that can provide him, feed him well, with plenty of balls in the box, then you know you're going to get the best out of Ronaldo. But if you're wanting to have a team that works hard from front to back, um, then obviously that's going to make things a lot more difficult. I think our guest fan is just about to join us, mate. If you want to um, join us, might want to click the camera, mate. I didn't. Just bear with me a second, guys. There we go. Hello, how's it going, mate? Can you hear me? You might want to click your sound on. Can you hear me? Oh, he's gone. Hopefully, come back in a minute, guys. Hopefully, come back in a minute. But yeah, as I was saying, with regards to Ronaldo, see, another thing I wanted to point out, guys, was that with Ronaldo, how comes he left it so late to let the club know that he wanted to leave? That is another question. Just bear with me a second, guys. I'm just trying to sort out our guest United fan. It looks like he's... Yeah, hopefully he's going to join us now. Sorry about that, guys. I was just checking messages because obviously, like I said, let's see if we can get. Are you there, mate? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yeah. Hey, hello, can you hear me?
I think you need to sort out your sound, mate, because we can't hear you very well.
Oh, well, sure, no worries.
Say again. Oh, he's gone again. Sorry about this, guys. Teething problems, trying to get our guest fan on. But he is trying to join us, so hopefully it'll be sorted in a minute. So, yeah, as I was saying, guys, I did want to point out the fact of for me with Ronaldo, I was stunned that he left it so late to tell United, to tell the club that he wanted to leave. So for me, that you know, the big question marks got to be asked about Manchester with regards to Ronaldo, with regards to that, because like I say, he kind of put Man United in a bit of a difficult position, and now he's wanting it all his own way. He wants out, and it is, you know. There has to be a bit of give and take, you know, and it's kind of frustrating to see such a top player, you know, suddenly decide he wants to leave and then leave it so close to the end of the transfer window to start putting pressure on the club to let him go. So anyway, I'm going to try and quieten down a bit now and let's see what you guys have got to say. I'm trying to get this our guest fan on here, and for some reason it seems like he's having some problems. So hopefully, uh, sorry about this, guys. All right, hopefully he'll be joining us in a minute. Sorry about this, guys. Like I say, we need more practice with getting fans on the channel so that we can get rid of these gremlins. But hopefully he'll join us in a minute. So let's see what you guys are saying, guys. Please, if you could, please do hit that like button. It'd be very much appreciated. Apologies for the interruptions. Like I said, I'm supposed to have a guest fan, and it does look like he's trying to connect, but I think he's having some sound problems on his end. So hopefully he'll join us shortly. But thanks for that, Sam. I appreciate that, mate. I do agree to a certain extent. I think you're right. That is the biggest problem with Ronaldo. No, it's not that no club wants to sign him. It's just they can't afford his wages, and the fact that United are going to ask for a transfer fee. But yeah, thanks for that, Sam. Lionel is saying it's improving. It's improving. Ronaldo is a good bench player. Man United should sell him or have him as a bench player. Yeah, I totally agree, mate. I totally agree. Obviously, I think that's going to be the problem, mate. Ronaldo's not the kind of player. I agree. I think he should be accepting now at 37 that he's going to spend a little bit of time on the bench. I know he doesn't want to, but let's be honest. You know, there's been other top players that have been played all through their career. and been an integral part of the team that they play for. But once they get to that kind of age range of 34, 35, and sometimes even younger, sometimes 37, what the other players have had to accept that they can't play every week in, week out, and they're not young enough and fit enough anymore to play the full 90 minutes. And as much as we all want to see Ronaldo do what he does on the pitch, because he's a fabulous player to watch, very exciting, enjoyable to watch. I'm sure you guys all agree. Whether you like him or hate him, it doesn't matter. I'm sure we can all agree that when he's on the pitch, he's a magical player and very impressive with with the goals that he scores. But like I say, I'm shocked at how selfish he's being with this arrogance that he thinks that he's got the right to be on that pitch for 90 minutes and that he shouldn't be benched. For me, it's wrong. It's wrong because it's not only arrogant, it's disrespectful to his teammates and the club that he plays for to think that he's too big to be dropped. We all know how big Ronaldo is as a football player in the world. We all know that he's one of the best players that the world has ever seen. But the fact of the matter is, it doesn't matter how good you are, eventually age catches up with you. And we've seen it with other top players. Look at George Best, same problem. You know, he was absolutely outstanding, so I believe. And I've seen video clips of him. Absolutely awesome player. But eventually age gets the better of you. And it did with George Best. It did with David Beckham. It did with Zinedine Zidane. It's so many top players, Roy Keane, that have all had to have that problem where they want to carry on playing, but unfortunately, age stops them playing to the level that they used to play to, and they have to accept that then they become a squad player. And that's the problem that any club that has United, and it's not just going to be United, it's going to be any club that has Ronaldo is going to have this problem where if Ronaldo wants to be on the pitch, that the club is going to want to use him a bit more sparingly because he's not got the legs anymore to run back and forth. And I think it's disrespectful from Ronaldo to not accept that and be more of a team player and accept that, yeah, he's going to play a lot, but there is going to be games where the manager wants to drop him to the bench. And there is going to be games where he might not get the full 90 minutes. So for me, like I say, we could sit here and debate Ronaldo for I'm sure for hours, guys. But yeah, like I said, that's my opinion. But like I said, the biggest thing for me was why he's left it so late to tell United that he wanted to leave. So let's see what you guys are saying now. Obviously, Leon has said it's improving. Ronaldo is a good bench player, and Man United should sell him or have him as a bench player. Well, yeah, absolutely, mate. But like I said, I think the problem is Ronaldo doesn't want to be a bench player, and any club that has him is going to have that problem. So yeah, thanks for that, Lionel. I do agree with you. I agree he should accept being on the bench a bit more, but I think that's the problem. He doesn't want to accept it. Lionel's is saying, fair enough, guys. You're doing a great job. Thank you very much, mate. Always very much appreciate you guys giving your positive support. Really do appreciate that. Like I said, there'll be a lot more Fan Den stuff coming at you soon. I've just been really busy trying to get this studio. I've been working full time, and then when I come home from work, I'm straight on to the studio. So I've been missing loads of football, sacrificing watching the football, if you like. To make sure that I can be available to get the studio up and running so that we can get the Fan Den moving forward in the right direction with a lot more intensity. But thank you very much for that, Lionel. Really do appreciate the positivity, mate. Very much appreciated. It's correct. I'm getting your name correct, Torkel. I always like to try and get you guys' names correct if I can, but as you can imagine, some people come on and obviously different parts of the world, people have different names and stuff like that. So obviously not always the greatest at pronouncing names. So yeah, good to hear that I've got your name pronounced correctly. Thanks for that, mate. Much appreciated. Sam Thornton, too lazy and arrogant for me, mate. Absolutely. So you said exactly what I think. I love him as a player. I do love him because it's so frustrating watching Ronaldo because he's kind of one of these players where you have the love-hate relationship with him. You love seeing him play. You love what he brings to the team. You love the excitement he brings to fans when he's scoring goals. But it's his attitude off the pitch, and he's a bad loser as well. He's a bad loser. He behaves like a child when he loses, and for a grown man, it's kind of pathetic, isn't it? Really, do you know what I mean? Especially someone with the talent of Ronaldo, because, like I say, for me, you just can't you can't be like that in life. We all have setbacks, we all have bad days, but we have to deal with it. So if we have to deal with it, why is a player that's been paid millions of pounds, can he not deal with a bit more maturely the fact of a defeat? Don't get me wrong, we all want to see his passion. I'm sure you guys agree. We all love seeing players' passion and seeing that it bothers them when they lose. We want to see that. But some of the behaviour that Ronaldo shows, like knocking phones out of kids' hands and knocking display things and kicking displays and things like that, you can't do that. You can't. He should be more mature and wise than that. So absolutely, Sam. I'm not going to argue. Like I said, as a player, we all love to see top players doing what they do in front of goal. We all love that. But I have to agree that the laziness, I think, could be questioned, because when he was younger, he did used to trek back and work hard. And there is evidence. You can go on social media and find plenty of videos. A good Ronaldo lad, a Ronaldo account that I follow on Instagram has shown a video actually showing Ronaldo working back, kind of to prove that the critics were kind of wrong. But that was in Ronaldo's younger days, when he had the legs to do that. He hasn't got the legs to do that anymore. So obviously, Sam is spot on that now it looks like laziness and the arrogance. Obviously, I can't argue with that. And because for me, I would love to love Ronaldo as a player. I love him as a player, but I don't like him for his behaviour, the way his attitude is, and his arrogance. That makes it. I've always had that kind of love-hate relationship with Ronaldo, because I find him exactly as Sam has just said, arrogant. He can be so arrogant, and I find that really disappointing in such a top player. So thanks for that, Sam. Haddeep Dawatu. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, mate. Sorry, mate. My laptop has been horrendous, hence the issues with regarding to the internet affecting my sound. It should be resolved soon. Okay, mate. No problem. Ronaldo could certainly be a great fit under Ten Hag, but United's failure is. Sorry, I'm reading that right. United's failure is not showing the ambition in shambolic. Nothing will change under these incompetent owners. He surely isn't finished yet. I'm confused, mate. Who surely isn't finished? Are you on about the Glazers aren't finished, or Ronaldo isn't finished? I'm confused with that last bit, mate. Let me know if you could. But yeah, absolutely, mate. I'm not a United fan. I'm not. I'm just going to get rid of that and go on to the next comment so you can see me. I'm not a United fan. I'm a football lover. Obviously, you guys that know me know I'm a Bolton fan, but I just love football. But for me, I have to agree that whether for the best interests of football, I want to see the Glazers gone. I want to see Manchester United fans really do what they can to, with respect, obviously. Not I don't condone any violence or anything like that, but respectfully and with intelligence, I want United fans to put pressure on the Glazers to leave. I totally agree. These people, with all respect, these people are shown now. I think it's 17 years they've been in control of United, something like that. And in that 17 years, they've showed they're not football people. Do you not agree? Come on, guys. If they were football people, if you were a football fan and you owned the biggest or one of the biggest clubs in world football, would you not be getting to the games? Would you not be making more effort to go to the ground, to embrace the fans, to feel the atmosphere on big European nights, to feel a part of the club? We're not seeing any of that from the Glazers. I think they've been over about 5 or 6 times, and only for coming over to maybe to look over the club for business interests, and obviously occasionally they'll have a Glazer member of the family in the stands, very, very randomly. and rarely, to be honest, just for appearances. That's the reality of it. They put so you know. So for me, I am right 1000% behind United fans pushing to get Manchester United out of the club. Sorry, pushing to get the Glazers to sell the club because Manchester United is a key part of the football pyramid. It's a key part of the football history, and obviously I'm not saying I want Manchester United to go on and win, league titles and European titles and stuff like that, like they used to. But it's an important club in the infrastructure of UK football, and we don't want to see any club, being destroyed by owners that are only interested in profit. Now, if Newcastle can do it, and they can put pressure on an owner that was only interested in profit, hence Mike Ashley, even though, to be fair, he has actually shown that he is a football fan of a fashion. He might not like spending money in football, but he has shown he's a football fan. But you know, the Newcastle fans didn't want him. They made it known they didn't want him, and they kept putting the pressure on for him to sell. And eventually, he sold. United fans have got to do the similar thing. They've got to keep that pressure on. They've got to keep putting the banners up at the stadium. They've got to do it respectfully, no violence, no bad behaviour, but with respect, and let the Glazers know that that it's not being tolerated anymore. And don't even get me started on the EFL and FA, because they are an absolute shambles at this so-called fit and proper owners test. It can't be worth the paper it's written on, guys. It cannot be worth the paper it is written on, because how is it owners like the Glazers get control of the clubs like Manchester United? And we have, I mean, obviously, I don't want to start naming other clubs because it's a bit muddled up in my head, but I know there is other clubs out there that have got owners that are only interested in profit. That's all they're interested in, the money. So yeah, like I say, we could go on about that for a lot, but I want to hear what you guys have got to say. Hardeep is saying your channel has a great potential going forward. Keep it up, mate. Thank you very much. I will definitely, like I say, I'm normally on a bit more regular. As I did say a couple of times during the stream, I've not been on as much at the minute just because I'm working on the new studio, but it's getting there, guys. I'm hoping maybe in the next 2-3 weeks it's going to be up and running. And if it is, then we're going to be stepping up the amount of streams. There's going to be a lot more streams and a lot more fan den content. So yeah. But yeah, like I say, thanks for that, mate. It's disappointing I couldn't get you on the channel. Obviously, I would have appreciated getting you on the channel, especially since we've been trying to arrange it for 2 weeks. But unfortunately, that's just part of the problem sometimes, the technological problems. I think what I'm probably best to do in future, any fans that want to come on the channel, it might be probably best the day before to do a quick equipment test to then be sure, so that we don't have these problems where fans can't get on the channel. And I don't want to make false promises to you guys. I don't want to say I'm getting a guest fan on and then they can't get on. So I think maybe in the future, I think might be advisable the day before for me to test equipment to make sure that the visiting fan has got all the equipment necessary to be able to be on the channel. But not to worry, mate. I appreciate you at least trying to come on the show. Sorry, I'm missing a comment there. Stevie Allen, please hit the like button, guys. Absolutely. Thanks for that, Stevie. Yeah, guys, it'd be very much appreciated if you could hit that like button. I don't like keep asking you to do it. I find it quite tedious, to be honest. But it's very important if we want the channel to be a success. The more likes we got on the channel, then it helps in the YouTube algorithm, which is very much obviously important to the building of the channel and encouraging more fans to find the channel, so that we can build it up and get more fans involved and create a real fan community around the channel. Obviously, that's the long-term aim of the channel. But like I say, if you could, guys, it'd be very much appreciated if you could hit that like button. Thanks for reminding me of that, Stevie. I do forget to ask sometimes, because obviously I'm more focused on trying to make good football conversation rather than obviously keep interrupting it too much with stuff like that. But obviously I do need to remember to keep asking you guys to hit that like button if it's not too much trouble. Hard Deep is saying Ronaldo, mate. Yeah, mate. We've just obviously before you came on the show, or before you tried to get on the show, I'd done. I think I must have done a good 25 minutes talking about Ronaldo, if not longer. So obviously, I'm going to quickly go over one or two other bits and bobs for United, and then I think we'll call it a day for now, guys. But like I said, I will be back with a lot more intensity as soon as this studio room is up and running. So, guys, obviously, with regards to United and the Glazers, because I do want to quickly touch on that a little bit. We with what was disappointing for me was fans putting all over social media about not going to the previous game against Liverpool, which was absolute madness. Absolute madness that fans did that, because I knew straight away it wasn't going to work because it's too much of a big game. Let's be honest, all Manchester United fans, what's the first fixture when their fixture list comes out? What's one of the first fixtures they look for to see when they're playing Liverpool? That's one of their most favourite fixtures. So fans that were on social media asking for other fans to not attend the United game against Liverpool was absolute madness, because it was never going to happen. It was never going to be a success because too many United fans want to see that game. They want to see it. And I understand why they want to see that game. It's a massive game and it's a massive rivalry. It's one of the oldest rivalries in football. So for me, I was stunned. I hope over the coming months that the United fan organisations get together and organise something a bit more proper and professional, that will actually work. Because as much as I say, I want to see all fans stick and show loyalty to the club. I'm sure you guys feel just as passionately about that. But if you want to put pressure on owners to sell a club, or to let new ownership take over, then there is ways to do it. There is better ways to do it than asking for one game for fans to not turn up. Because let's be honest, at least 3/4 of them seats in Old Trafford are sold. So if fans don't turn up, it doesn't matter, because the Glazers have already sold 3/4 of the seats in that stadium, because they've sold them with season tickets. Fans that have bought them in advance from other parts of the world where they might be traveling to come and watch a game, especially a game like Liverpool. There will have been fans that that we call tourist fans, those guys that are obviously older fans or whatever. Used to call them tourist fans. But there will be a game like that, Manchester United, Liverpool. There'll be fans that come from China, Australia, America. There'll be fans that will, obviously not in massive numbers, but there will be a number of fans that will travel from other parts of the world to come and see a game like that. And they would have booked their tickets months ago, absolutely months ago. So the fans that were asking all over social media for other fans to not attend the game was just crazy. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it was all over social media, and it was just madness. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, why are fans wasting the time with this? Because it's not going to work. You're not going to get fans to not attend such a big game. So for me, there is other ways. Obviously, I don't want to discuss them ways on YouTube particularly too much, because I'm not sure. Obviously, that could get me in trouble with YouTube, and that's the last thing I want. So obviously, I just hope that we see the club, the Manchester United fan clubs and stuff like that come together and work out a way of getting fans to come together and obviously fight to protect the future of the club and get the Glazers out. Because let's be honest, I've got to call a spade a spade. And the reality is that the Manchester United owners, the Glazers, they've shown they're only interested in Manchester United for profit. They've shown that. They take money out of the club. They don't put none of their own money in it. And the fact of the matter is that a club that used to be considered the richest club in the world, is now, I think, somewhere in the region of £700 million in debt. Because of the loans and stuff that Manchester United is paid for with loan money. And I think there's interest to pay on that as well. So obviously, I'm sure United fans might have a bit better understanding of the financial situation at United and the loans and stuff like that. But yeah, for me, we need football people owning football clubs. It's as simple as that. It's the only way we're going to protect the long-term future of all our clubs and also it's the best. It's the best option for the future of the game to have obviously clubs owned by people that care about football. So, guys, I'm going to call it right now because I think obviously we're not getting too many more comments in the chat, and it appears that our guest fan has not been able to get on because of problems with his laptop. He did try to get on the channel, as you guys saw. So I'm really apologise about that, guys. Disappointing. I think, like I say, in future when fans want to come on the channel, I think I will do a test run the day before. That's probably the best option. So I'll start trying to be mindful to do tests the day before to make sure that there ain't going to be these problems. Because, like I say, I'm very much a proud man. I like to keep my word. If I say I'm going to do something, I like to try my best to stick to it. Obviously, there's always this scenario where you can't always keep your word because you never know what's going to crop up in life. But as much as possible, I do like to try and keep my word and stick to what I say. So all I can say for today's stream, guys, is my sincere apologies that we didn't manage to get the United fan on to join me. But hopefully, as I say, when we get the new studio up and running, which hopefully will be up and running in the next couple of weeks, then I can really start to push to get more fans on the channel a bit more regular. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate all your positive comments and getting involved in the chat. Obviously, a lot more streams to come in this season, and hopefully I will catch up with you guys either on social media or on future streams. So take care, guys. Hopefully I will speak to you guys soon, and like I say, look after yourself out there, guys, and enjoy the football. Take care. Bye for now.